Hey guys, this is a video that is really annoying. Annoying enough to make me want to do a reaction video on it. But anyway, it's been really popular. It's been all over like different bodybuilding and fitness channels. I found this in my Instagram feed. More Plates, More Dates posted it. Oh, follow me on Instagram, by the way, Real Viking Samurai. But anyway, this is one of those ones that it didn't piss me off as just like a gym dude. It just pissed me off as a guy in general, and I'll tell you why. But please comment below to let me know how you think about this, but really don't like her behavior. Basically, and I think she took this video down because I think she got a lot of heat from it. I'm not sure. But she had said, "Good thing Daddy set the bar real high and raised me to never take any disrespect." Which, you would think that sounds good, but let me tell you why. I think she's just not right in the head, basically. But I'm going to go ahead and play this video and react to it and pause at certain points.
And when I stand up for myself, he threatens to call the police and revoke my membership.
Okay, so it says, trainer gets caught on camera being a pervert, and when I stand up for myself, he threatens to call the police and revoke my membership, which we'll get into in a minute. But is it just me, or is that like a pet peeve of yours too, that generic... I don't know if I'd call it artificial intelligence, but just that generic voice you hear in all these social media posts, it is so damn annoying. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, you know, the irony of it is she's obviously filming herself. She likes the attention. She's probably going to post this on her Instagram or TikTok or whatever account. So she wants people to look at her. Otherwise, she didn't post it. And that's the irony of this whole video. And she puts it in slow-mo. You know, she puts it in slow-mo and zooms in, and she gets some attention, which, come on, let's be real. If you're a guy and there's a semi-attractive girl wearing not a lot of clothes, you're gonna look. Like, you remember that, I forget if it was like a Budweiser commercial or whatever commercial years ago. It was a long time ago. And it was like a contest for this guy not to look. And there were like all these hot, scantily clad women walking like in front of him or next to him in a bar. And he's just fighting it so hard. You know, fighting it so hard. So it's just like people are going to look. You know, you could be married to the hottest woman on the planet. You're still going to look at other women. Unless you don't have a pulse, unless you're not alive, unless maybe you have no testosterone. Speaking of which, make sure to get your testosterone checked. You can check that out on trylgc.com/Viking Samurai. Use my discount code VS30. You get a big discount on that. Get all kinds of stuff checked. So if you're not going to your physicals, or if you just want to do it in the convenience of your own home, make sure to check that out. Use the discount code. Save you some good money. But anyway, who the hell's not going to look, man? So these guys are looking, right? I mean, geez, she's right in front of them for one.
You need something? Do you need something? Do you need something?
She's kind of a bitch, to be honest. Like, really, she's like the type that wants to get offended or wants to make a scene, right? Like, people are free to look. Like, I can understand if somebody groped her. That's not cool. I can understand if they were making catcalls because that draws extra attention to her and probably makes her uncomfortable. They're looking at her. She's in front of them. She's taking her shirt off. Who's not gonna look? But I will say this, they could be a little more subtle about it. You know, it's like an art and a skill where you get a glance. Maybe you scan the horizon and take it in as you're scanning. You know? So they did make it a little obvious. But still, though, man, you're allowed to look. Come on, are we really in that kind of society now where you're not even like supposed to look at somebody? Like, come on.
Do you need something? Do you need something?
And that guy's like confused because it's just like, what the hell is this girl's problem? So she asked, and he's like, no, I don't need anything. You know, he got what he needed. He got what he wanted. He took a look. And now the situation is just awkward. And that could have been the end of it. That could have been the end of it, but check out her attitude, man.
Okay, I thought so.
Look at that. Okay, I thought so. Like, I'd be just like that guy too. It's like, dude, what the f, you know? So I'm totally on this guy's side for now.
Are you okay?
Keep it pushing.
If you're getting rude, you can leave.
Yeah, I could see that, man. I mean, she is getting a little rude.
Nobody was looking at you any type of way.
I mean, they were looking at her like a little bit. But again, she's right in front of them, man. I mean, honestly, if you're in the gym and there's this girl, you know, she looks okay, and she takes her shirt off, you're probably going to look at her as opposed to the dumbbells in the dumbbell rack if you're just, you know, whatever's in front of you. Come on.
I don't own the gym, I work here.
Okay.
Yes. And
That
if you're
means
getting
what?
rude, then you can leave.
That means what?
I can call the police and have you trespass. Right?
So he's just a gym employee. But as far as like calling the police and have her trespassed, I mean, I don't really think it needs to go there. She's rude, she's a bitch, but I don't necessarily think he needs to kick her out. Though, in the heat of the moment, you know, it's hard to say. If you were in that situation and I guess you had some sort of power because you worked there, maybe you'd throw that out there, you know, like, get the F out of here.
Right now. Would you like that?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, let him know.
That's what we'll do. So right now, you can take your stuff and head up front.
You know, like, the thing that really bugs me about the whole thing, you know, is that she's filming this. She is going to display it and throw it out there in front of, I don't know how big her Instagram account is, maybe tens of thousands of people, maybe hundreds of thousands of people. And most of these girls who are, you know, attractive in some way, the vast majority of their audience are going to be guys. So, unless she's stupid, she has to know that a lot of guys are going to be watching that video just to look at her. So why would she have an issue if guys are looking at her in her actual gym? You know, that's like if you wore a thong to the beach. Like, whether you look good or not, people are going to look because you're wearing a damn thong. In fact, you might get more looks if you shouldn't be wearing it. But regardless, people are going to look. And I don't get why people are so offended about that. Oh, you know, don't look at me. I just want to tan my ass cheeks. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, tan your ass cheeks. But if you're wearing a thong, just it goes with the territory. People are going to look, man. And there's nothing wrong with looking like I mentioned. Now, if you're making cat calls or if you're groping or anything like that, sure, that's a little overboard. But just to merely look and for someone to have an issue about that, I think that's a big problem. And it's quite ridiculous. But anyway, I don't like her. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe you think she's in the right. Another thing that should be said, too, is basically, look, just in general, working out, going to the gym, I think at its core, you should do it for yourself, right? Just like in Rocky 3, when Rocky won the rematch against Clubber Lang.
But you gotta want to do it for the right reasons. Not for the guilt over Mickey. Not for the people. Not for the title. Not for money or me. But for you. Just you alone.
Gotta do it for yourself. And as far as like building gym habits, that's how you stick with it, because you're doing it for yourself. Now, with that said, we gotta be honest, everybody who goes to the gym, part of them wants to look better to either the opposite sex or, you know, same sex or whatever you're into. Basically, you want to look good for somebody that you're attracted to. So you work out. So you want people to look at you. Like, I don't know why people have an issue with that. Like, I'll go in public, and depending on, like, what my wife's wearing, people will look at her. Guys will look at her, and I know they're attracted to her. But I don't have an issue. It's like, dude, I'd rather have a wife that guys look at as opposed to a wife that nobody wants to look at. Because then I probably wouldn't want to look at her. You know? So anyway, I think this whole thing's ridiculous.